This little snail has been racing across the bottom of the tank, and I don't know, he just stopped. Which I got the camera out because he was actually moving so quickly along the sand and debris across the bottom of the tank. This is a ram's horn snail. It's one of the 3 species of snails that I know of that I keep, and you know, these are one of those things that once you got them, you got them. But also in here with some Endlers Livebearer. They're very closely related to guppies. Some have argued they are the same. They are not. They are just really, really similar. There's probably half a million. Excuse me. I think I was. Before I misspeak, I'll back up. I think I was going to say there's 500,000 years between their separation from guppies, but I might have been wrong. It might have been like a power of 10 off. But anyway, there was a 5 in there, so blah blah. So anyway, hanging out, watching these guys under the mangrove root here in a freshwater South American ecosystem. There are some non-South American things like ram's horn snails from India. Anubias in the back there. Let's get a shot of that. That's an Anubias hybrid. Yeah, it's not from Africa. This guy here, mermaid weed. It's more of a Central American, Caribbean thing, I believe. I like it a lot, but as you can see, the ram's horn snails like it a lot too, and they just munch until this stuff, the Proserpinaca, it just loses its foliage. So like that, whatever. Snails. The cure for a lot of snails is a whole lot more plants, in my opinion. That keeps them from being able to pick things apart, like this Alternanthera lilacina. It's it's been snail lunch for a long time. So it looks like it's been snail lunch for a long time, as do parrot's feather. It's a bald spot there in between. A snail found it. Little patches all through here, and you can see the snails on the glass, snails on the Amazon sword here in the middle. Echinodorus grisibaki, I believe. Tender stuff, tender foliage, ram's horn snails will eat. A lot of other snails aren't so bad about it. Malaysian trumpet snails and stuff, they won't eat your plants. These guys will. I think probably more so than people realize. We've had people mentioning that they didn't think they did that, but I know for a fact they do. I watched them do it. But anyway, it's just some cool stuff. Back in the back over here, the grassy stuff. Star and June. Nope, excuse me. That I was talking about something else. That Star and June repens, which is doing terribly in this tank. There's a little more of it over here. Let's see, down in there. The yellow thing, Hydrocotyl ranunculoides. It similarly turns into lunch food for the snails. I'll show you another bit of Hydrocotyl ranunculoides over here in a tank next to them. See the stuff that kind of looks like a lily pad on the stem? That's ranunculoides. It's a very, very slow growing plant, so if it gets nipped or munched, that's it. And it seems to like a lot of light. But this one over here got nipped or munched, and it's just not doing really well. So hopefully this will shoot out some more verticality and we'll be able to enjoy it. But backing off, I think I'm going to tell the Endlers and all good evening and step out for a bit. Actually, I'll show you something I did earlier. That most recent tube, that's going to come on with the bright lights midday. And once this 4-foot shop lamp turns off, you can see a bright light behind that that's just a little like 2-foot fluorescent tube. And that's the evening lighting. So very shortly, the bright lamp is going to kick off. Here it's a 6500 Kelvin 4-foot LED shop lamp. It's rated at 5,000 lumens. I think it actually puts a bit more out because some of the other shop lights that I've got just aren't that bright. It's also got a very nice reflector on it, so it does cast the light down in a good way. That's that lamp right there. And that was like 18 bucks at Walmart. It was like Aquarium deal of the century. But I bought like 4 of them a year ago. Anyway, blah blah. I was pulling out the paper here because I was going to make a reflector for the 2-foot LED tube up here. It's just not really enough light for some of these guys down toward the bottom. These are surviving, but they're not thriving. I want them to thrive. They're not thriving potentially from a few different things that water testing will reveal. But the lighting is something I knew was going on. They needed some more light, so I'm providing it for them. And hope you guys enjoy that. Catch you later.